Family, I had to do this video because there are so many things that I need to clear up. Oh, so many things that I need to clear up about this recent article that we posted on the Ride Along page. Now, I purposely didn't respond yesterday to this because I was watching everybody's comment. It's important to sit back and watch and listen to people and understand where people are going and try to understand what they're saying. And I must say, I'm amazed by some of the comments, but I'm not surprised. So what I'm going to try to do today, right now, is to give you guys some of the information as best as I could give you about what transpired, what happened, and information that we have and why we posted that story as it relates to the allegation of scamming by a particular individual, which I'll explain everything, right? And it's important that all you listen to me carefully. Now, I understand that there are some blind loyalty happening. There are people who would defend whoever, regardless of what. So for these people, I don't expect you to listen. I don't expect you to understand. I expect you to come under the post and cuss and get on. That's how some people are, right? So I expect that, and we could all expect that. But for everyone else, I want you guys to listen to me very carefully. Okay. In June of 2021, we received correspondence, messages from two individuals, two separate individuals, one in the earlier part of June and one in the later part of June. And these individuals was telling us that they believe that they are involved in some kind of scam, because they was told by a particular individual and signed to some agreement of sorts by some particular individual who told them and gave them some kind of guarantee of sorts that if they go to the bank, I'm breaking it down into small particles for you guys. If they go to the bank and take out a premium or take out a amount of money, take out a loan, some take out, one of the person that I spoke to initially back in June, the early part of June, took out about $10,000 and invested. They was reassured that that $10,000 is somehow 100% protected, and even if the worst case scenario, you will get that $10,000 back. That was the understanding of that particular individual. The particular individual went ahead and submitted and did what they have to do at that particular time, hand that money over. Following that, the person tried on numerous occasions afterwards, didn't receive any correspondence or very little correspondence update from this said individual. So this person told me that story, but it still wasn't enough, right? We wanted a consensus. We wanted a consensus of people, because we know people come and people talk, and I mean, one is good, but we needed more people to back up the story. Anyway, the later part, we received another correspondent with a similar story. That's June. So in August, that is about 3 months ago. So in the later part of June, when we received the second correspondent, we say, well, we possibly have a problem here. So what we decided to do is to put up a subliminal message publication. It didn't identify an individual. It didn't identify any organization. It didn't identify any person. Back in June, we posted that, and some of you guys probably saw it at around the later part of June, early part of July. We posted that on the page, asking people, if you believe that you are a victim of scam and you live in the UK, contact us. Right? We posted that. So we posted that, I believe, in the early part of July, ladies and gentlemen. The information started to trickle in from June, the later part of June, up until the ending of June, later part of July, early part of August. We received about 9 to 12 different stories, individuals who came forward, corroborated the same exact story, the same exact theme. They took out money on the promise that a particular person would have given them a guarantee on the loan. It was asked for the credit scores, and most of these people were friends with this individual, right? Most of the people were very close friends with this particular individual. As far as they understood, it was a good deal. They went, they take out the money, only to find out now that they are left with a loan that they have to pay back, and they can't find the individual. Some received some monies back, but never the amount that was promised to them. Now, I know what you're saying. The stock market is a risky business. The stock market, there is no guarantee, and that is my thing. There is no guarantee. But the promise that was made to these individuals, all 12 of them, was that you don't have to worry about it, because if it go as flat as it could go, it is somehow protected, and that money will be paid back to you. That was the promise that was made to them, all 12 individuals. At that point in time, we had to make a decision. Now let me explain to you the makeup of Ride Along Live. We have broken many stories. We have broken stories about pedophiles, about people who overuse their power, and nobody likes when the story is about them. The family don't like it, they don't like it, and everybody will defend to the core. And we know that this would have been the same thing. The individual in question, obviously, he probably have a following and friends and family who would fight for him down till hell roll over. We know that, we understand that, right? So we had to make a decision. What do we do in this particular case? We started to investigate even further, even after the fact that we have 12 people who have receipts, who have facts, who have voice notes, who have contracts, all of these things. Their story match. We still thought that we needed to do a little bit more investigation. We searched the web to find out if there are other publications that is out there that is speaking to the fact that these people are speaking to. And we found a number of them. One of which that was the most alarming one was one by the FCA, which is a regulatory body of trading in the UK, the FCA. He listed the particular individual and said that this particular individual is unauthorized, right? And it's big and it's published on the website. That publication was dated March of 2020. Now, people said, oh, this is old news, March of 2020. It makes it even worse, because as of March of 2020 to date, the said individual or company has not gotten compliance with FCA. But reading the publication was not enough. The 12 stories that we get that corroborated each other, the FCA posting, the other website posting, it was just still not enough, because we understand what we was dealing with here. We went further. I personally placed a call to the FCA. I called them. I'm going to play you back a short interview that I had with them. Is this company or person still unauthorized, or did that person or company rectify the issue that was first published for?
We would remove the warning if that was the case, or I believe that the firm or individual is still unauthorized.
So it's still current, correct?
Yeah, the warning's still correct.
Okay. What is the process in terms of someone trading stock in the UK, or trading and where funds are taken from or solicited from individuals? What is the normal process of authorization for a person or company?
So they would need to apply for authorization with the FCA.
So in general sense, someone that is trading as a company on others' behalf or providing any sort of advice to people, I recommend it to be registered with the FCA.
It's not recommended, it's required.
It's required.
By
Oh,
law,
okay.
you need to be...
It's required. What actions could someone take if they are a victim of these activities where they deem to be fraudulent?
So on the warning itself, there's a contact number, so you can report it to the FCA. You need to, if you're within the UK, you will need to report it to Action Fraud. Right. Yes, you could trade as a person or company. You could trade, but when does that cross the line of being unauthorized? If say I'm an individual and I want to trade, at what point does it cross the line and need to be registered with the FCA? So it depends. So this specific warning doesn't specify the activity that the individual was doing, and could be a range of different activities that they could have been conducting, which would have required them to be authorised by us. I don't think there's a general answer I can provide to you as to what it's more the activities that you end up conducting that would then require you to be authorised by us. Right. So there's a page on our website about whatever forms of trading, so forex trading or online trading, which will provide details as to what falls within our remit. But so you're saying that as an individual, as a regular individual like myself, if I wanted to trade, I could do so without authorization, right? Or I need authorization? I believe so, yes. Right. But at what point? As long as you were not, Go ahead, sorry. As long as you were not conducting any regulated activities. What are some of these regulated activities? What are some of these regulated activities? For example, trading on others' behalf. I think something like providing financial advice to others. That would fall within our remit. So again, I want everybody to listen chronologically to what I'm saying. Again, everybody would have their favoritism. Everybody would have their likes, their dislikes, their family, their support. That is not for me to determine. I want to tell you the reasons and why we took these actions that we did. Based on the interview that we heard from the FCA, we learned that the said individual is not authorized to do the task, the duties, or whatever he's doing. And if someone were to do what he's doing, soliciting funds from someone and trading, they have to be in compliance. So in general sense, someone that is trading as a company on others' behalf or providing any sort of advice to people is recommended to be traded. I recommend it to be registered with the FCA. It's not recommended, it's required. It's required. Oh, okay. It's required. It is mandatory. It is mandatory. And you heard the interview. It is mandatory. The said individual has not came into compliance with the largest regulatory body that deals with shares. So how would anyone be protected? It is not. It is not. Now people are saying, well, you don't have to be regulated to trade. And you are right. I posed the question. You are right. But it speaks to what this individual is doing. He's not trading his own monies. He's trading other people's monies. Right? And giving them some kind of reassurance that is backed. Right? And these are what these 12 individuals corroborated to us. So there we had another decision. Do we sit back and allow this to happen and continue and just close our eyes blinded by the fact that this is happening to 12 individuals and possibly more? Or should we put out a public service announcement to let the public know that they ought to be careful about this practice? We decided to take the latter. We put out this public service announcement quoting exactly what was posted on the FCA's website. Exactly. We provided links on all the information that was posted on the FCA website. So people are asking, why did you post it?
You're trying to create problems. Did any one of you clicked on the FCA link that was posted at the bottom and on the top of the link and chastised the FCA for publishing that statement? No, I bet none of you did. I bet none of you called the FCA and cursed them. I bet none of you guys call the FCA, message the FCA and ask them, how could you post this article about a particular individual that we know as a friend? But no. You guys decided, or some of you guys decided, that is because it's right along, that we shouldn't post this information. We should stay blinded by the fact of all the evidence that we have. Again, evidence. We have receipts, we have agreements, we have voice notes. Tons of voice notes. Voice notes upon voice notes upon voice notes. Probably hundreds of voice notes. Because it seemed like the person communicate with a lot of voice notes. People were scammed. People feel like they were scammed. They contacted us. We made a decision. We put out a PSA. So, I wanted to bring that fact to you. Now, there's a lot of people who saying, yes, me and the individual is not friends. And you're right. I particularly don't care about the individual either. The individual said a few things about me in public, made public threats, and I have blocked the individual on all of our platform. Just for sanity purposes, you know. Just for sanity purposes. The individual is blocked on all my platforms. Yesterday, after we published the statement, the individual went as far as to contact me on my WhatsApp. And I didn't take that lightly at all, because he had no rights or reason to contact me. I had made it very clear to him in the past, do not contact me. You have no right or reason to contact me. I may not have been the most professional person in how I corresponded to him, but you don't expect me to feed him candy and chocolate and why he contact me asking me some stupid questions. So I let him have peace of my mind. I even told him, don't call me, call the FCA and call the people that you owe and give them back the money. Work on that. Don't contact me. You have nothing to say to me. And I said it in a lot of colorful terms, which I'll show there is some kind of screenshot going around. Yeah, that's fine. That's me conversating with him. And it's legit. I said everything that's written there. I said it and I should have said more. Yeah? Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen. Only to find out. Earlier today, people started to get contact. People started to get transaction. He started to move. While he is not saying nothing, and I was giving people a bunch of excuses. A bunch of excuses. It seems like something actually worked. It seems like something actually worked. So all of you that are defending the individual, because he might be your friend, he might be someone that you know, he might be someone that you're close with, that is fine. Blind loyalty, that's you. That is fine. I want you guys to look at the facts. Their life matter. Everyone's life matter. The people who feel like they were scammed and out of all this money, their life matter as well. So people who say, oh, why are you along trying to bring down another black man? What about everyone? What about the people who are out of their hard-earned money at this point? Should they be ignored? Should the unsuspecting people who may come after them be ignored as well? It would be irresponsible of us and anyone who have information like that not to bring it out to the public. It would be irresponsible. And it would have been irresponsible. I'd rather close down everything and shut down everything than to sit by and watch this go on and prevail. I don't like to bring these stories because it takes too much energy from me to have to come and have to explain and all of this mess back and forth from people who have fake accounts and all of this craziness. All of his cronies and people who's messaging me that I don't even know, and I don't even care to know either. If you want to sue, go ahead and sue. If you think that we put out information that is incorrect, that is invalid, that is untrue, go ahead and file suit. But I'll tell you where to start. Start with the FCA, right? File a suit against the FCA for posting this particular individual as unauthorized. Start with them. Start with all the other publications that we listed that posted and said that this is a scam activity and a scheme that people need to stay away from. Start with them as well. All right? And before some of you guys comment, I wish that you guys would read and click on those links and understand what is going on. Because that is it, you know. We just jump to the jump beat and we do and we post and we think. Half of you guys don't even read half of the links and information that was posted. Why? Because of your blind loyalty, and it's like you guys have mask over your face or something like that, which is idiotic and stupid, right? This is the last I'll say on this. People are already knocking on the individual door. People are already calling the individual. People are already very, very upset. So before a lot of people show their ignorance and while up a storm, just remember there are a lot of victims in this. There is not just one potential victim that would be hurting after this. And we understand nobody like to get a story. You think them pedophiles and them like when we bust a story on them and they have to be arrested? No, they don't. Politicians don't like when you call them out. Nobody like to get it. They're always defensive. And that's what we're seeing right here. And that's what we expected to see. But every single due diligence has been completed, have been done. We have our legal team looked at it. We have our entire team revised this. And we have all the information and the receipts that we need. So you're going to be hearing a lot more about this particular incident, and we're going to continue to follow it and post it, whether some people like it or not. If you don't, too bad. Skip to the next story. All right? Catch you guys later.